sports fans, and welcome back to the HM YouTube channel. So if you're wondering why I'm crouched down next to the car, it's because we're back working on the British touring car replica Civic. So for this occasion, it's actually getting it ready for the Go Japan event at Brands Hatch. And Takeaway invited me down as part of the sponsorship program to display the car on the trade stand. So I had to say yes, because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? So yeah, all we're going to do is give it a spanner check, because I've not checked it over since I drove it back from Donington Park, the track day that we did a few weeks ago, and then just give it a good old clean, because it's filthy, it's covered in rubber dust, it's covered in rubber marks, covered in all sorts. So yeah, that's where we're at. So we are, look, so you can see, dirty exhaust. It's filthy still. Half-cop motorsport for the win. So on the inside, we're still alright on the inside pretty much. There's nothing really much to do. But again, just needs a good old spanner check, because again, we've not checked it over. We've got marks and stuff on it. It's definitely not a show car when it's covered in rubber. So engine's still there. It's a good sign. But engine bay needs a good old clean. Hopefully on the drive down tomorrow, or tonight actually, hopefully on the drive down it won't get too filthy after cleaning it. So without further ado, let's get this jacked up, let's get underneath it, let's have a look and make sure everything's good. There we go, all jacked up, bit of rolling around, covered in dust. But the eagle-eyed viewers amongst you, and people have actually asked me about it, when are you actually going to get these air jacks up and running? So we've got air jacks on this thing. If you've not watched any of the videos before, go check the other ones out. But yeah, we've got air jacks. So you got one at the rear, down that fuel tank somewhere. That's a good shot, that, Josh. So we've got an air jack that's underneath that foldable seat there. We've also got air jack in each corner at front. So you may have seen from the first episode, if not, go and check it out. But when I picked the car up, I picked up obviously the car, and then also got the air jack bottle. So it's a contact bottle with an air jack lance. So that jobby plugs into the back, plugs into that little jobby, and it lifts the car up. However, when I picked the car up, I left this bottle on, so all the air that was in that escaped. So ever since, I've completely forgot, and keep meaning to do, is to book in somewhere to actually get these tanks filled. So I tried before with an air compressor. So normal air compressor that spray paint or put your tyres up, only goes up to 8 bar. That bottle takes 250 bar, not PSI, bar. So you only have certain areas or certain places you can go to fill them up. So generally like scuba tank places, because that is actually a scuba bottle, which Crontec have labelled up and they use it for this purpose. Or usual race teams tend to have, I know when I used to work for Century, like we had a bottle compressor, either a petrol one or an electric one, but it's something that I don't have here. So trying to find somewhere to get them compressed is, or at least trying to find somewhere which will fill the bottles is quite slim. So there's a place local. So for the next video, I will show you, and I promise I will show you that the air jacks do work. So I want to see them working again. Because I was excited when I first got them, and I couldn't wait to use them. And then all of a sudden, bottles flat or empty. So that's a little story for that one. So I'll quit my jibber jabber. Well, actually, on first inspection, from looking at the car, obviously I've not been underneath the car properly for a while. The exhaust has actually got some good colour in it. So you can probably see there, got a bit of goldiness going on the stainless. So there's been a fair amount of heat that's been going through that, because we did give it a good kick in at Donington. And yeah, so there's your air jack on the back, look. Little plastic things, a bit scratched and stuff, but yeah, there's your air jack. So that thing, shoot down. And then you can see the ones at the front. There, look. This one here, if I can get my finger in shot. Look at that, big finger. There we go. And there's another one in that corner over there somewhere. Yeah. So there we go. So all I need to do now is get the wheels off, get a good visual, and tighten everything up, or make sure everything's tightened up, and then mark it all up. So let's go. Right, and sports fans. So you can tell by the way I'm covered in dust that I've been spending probably about the best part of 2 hours just you know, talking everything up, make sure everything's up to spec and everything's nice and tight. The odd few things which might have come slightly loose from the track day. So obviously when you're thundering around, you know, some things do move. But yeah, gone round and I've torque sealed everything. So use some of this. So it's that, you know, the Daychem, don't know if I pronounced that right, the Daychem torque seal. So all in nice and orange. And you can see here, so I've marked up all the bits which are prone to coming loose. So all the mounts and stuff up the top here. And I've given it a good clean as well. So like, you see engine bay is nice and clean. And then I've done all the suspension components as well. So you can just, pretty low light in there, but you can see all the orange marks and, you know, done all the subframe mountings, that sort of thing. Same for down the rear. So we've marked up, you can't really see them too well on there, but yeah, you can see the orange marks on there. So what I'm going to do now is run it up to temperature, make sure the coolant's perfectly bled, because it was running a little bit hot when I come back from Donington Park, so it might have a slight air leak potentially, or a slight water leak, but just want to make sure there's, you know, enough coolant in there and it is fully bled out. And then we're good. We can then give it a good clean outside, and then we're good to go. So let's crack on. Right, let's get this bad boy fired up. We're ready. Here we go. There we go, currently showing 14 degrees, 14 degree coolant temperature, which is about right. Oil temperature, I need to reconfigure that one, because that's showing -2 degrees, which is completely wrong. Oil pressure, so at 74, 75 psi, which is good. Obviously 0 wheel speed, which is standard. And then we've got some good voltage, so we've got 13.7, 13.5 volts. And yeah, it's really good. So we obviously drop a little bit when we've got lights on, lights work, indicators work, so all we've got to do, bring it up to temp. Let's have a quick gander. Got a bit of flappage going on with the front there and the fiberglass. So that will change when we actually fit the other touring car bumper. So this is just keeping this one on for now. There we go. Got some fuel pressures as well. So we're good. So all we need to do is bob this little bleed nipple off here. So this is on K24. This is like another feed, or like a circulation point, and there's another one down there. So I've blocked them both off. This is actually a really good point to actually bleed the coolant from. So it's the highest point on the engine. So if you look at, I'll zoom out a little bit. So the EP3 radiator is a lot lower than the K24 outlet pipe, and obviously a lot lower than the head. So the issue you'll have if you try and bleed it from there, that you won't get enough height. So unless you have a really high bleeder, then you can go off one of these. So I've just chosen to go off that. So later on, when I do create another one of these, I'm going to create this whole area to have a like a cap cam, or like a reservoir, an external reservoir here. So that will do that automatic bleeding for you. So stay tuned for that one. So right, we'll pop this off, see what air comes out. So here we have it. This is my little contraption. Call this a little bleeder 9000. So this here, nice and high off that bleed point. So all we're going to do, pop some protein in it. Maximum protein. Get that in there. It's only water, but yeah, it's chugging a little bit of air out. which should just be in that line potentially. But we'll run it up to temperature and make sure we've got plenty of protein in it. We're getting a little bit of air. See a little bit of air bubbles coming through. So we'll be good. So we'll run it up until we get to, well, until the thermostat opens. So we're currently at 56 degrees. So we should get to about 90 something, and then the thermostat should be open then. So oil temperature again, ignore that, 7.7 degrees, that's full on lies. So yeah, that needs to be sorted out for the next track day. So there we have it, sports fans. Some air came out of there. Really, what came out of, well, what bubbled over out of the funnel was pretty much what I put in it. So it's not too bad really. So all I need to do is just use it now. So we're just gonna wait for it to cool down, because we're currently at, where are we at? We're currently at 93 degrees. See there, running my finger. That was a bit savage on window, that was. Yeah, so we're currently at 93 degrees. So as this cools down, gotta keep topping this up. You can see it swallowing it down already. And yeah, we're good to go. So it burped out a bit of air that came out of the top hose. So I think it probably just, on the hot day, on the track day, it just burped it out into the catch tank, on the catch can, the water catch can at least. So, right, we're good to go. Just let that cool down, and then we can start cleaning it up. Right, and sports fans, so as you can see behind me, it's ready, or thereabouts. So you know how this car has a livery? Well, bit of change in direction. So started taking it off. So it's off on that side. Still need to give it a good clean. You can still see the remnants of it. So there we go. So we're going all plain. So you might think that I'm going crazy, which possibly I am. I might regret it. But the car came with a livery on, so it's not a HCM livery. So yeah, there's going to be something else coming in the pipeline. It'll come pretty soon, but currently this is version 1, so now we're at version 1.5. So I'm going to see what it's like when it's plain white. Might like it, might not, but right now I'm actually quite enjoying it. So I actually quite enjoy the look of it, yeah, with it all being plain white. Bit more like a pre-season British touring car, where they didn't have any sponsors on it. Yeah, so here we go. We're going to take it all off, and then we're going to wash it, and then we should be ready to go. Evening sports fans, and welcome back. So you just see the Civic has made it onto the Tegura stand. So we're here at the Go Japan show here at Brands Hatch, and yeah, it's been, well, it's a fantastic show. So let me show you. So here she is, look, all deliveried, joined with Chris's DC5, and also the Tegura new Civic Type R. So nice on the stand. And Becky, gives a wave. So all we're going to do is enjoy the show and let everyone else enjoy the car. So
Right then, sports fans, so that's the end of the video, and I hope you really enjoyed it. So make sure you hit that subscribe button here below. Also drop us a like, drop us a bell symbol, drop us everything else. And everyone from here, take it easy. See you again soon.